Hi, everybody. My name is Michael Tay. I am the owner and founder of Optic, the eye care center. I started this business some 30 years ago in 1991. Far too long. I started actually coincidentally, not because I know anything about optical. I am actually a graduate from NUS, the Economic and Statistics Department. And I do a lot of things based on pure demand and supply. Okay, the numbers of myopia in Singapore is a lot, okay, getting worse, and the supply of good eye care services provided are very few. Okay, and that was the reason why I decided to venture into the optical business. So it wasn't really an enterprising thing. It was more like, wow, there's a big opportunity, the demand and supply. And that's how I went into the optical business. It's been a long ride along the way, the last 30 years. We went through a lot of good times and bad times, especially the last 2 years. It's been very tough due to COVID. Yeah. So one interesting example when I mentioned demand supply is the demand of children and baby eye examinations. Okay, think about it. When you go to meet an optical, go to an optical shop for the last 10-20 years, not many optical shops will look at baby eye examination or have baby or children eye glasses. But that's one strength Optic has cultivated. Okay, we have cultivated an area on baby eye examination. We can check for baby eyes as young as 6 months old. Okay, then you'll be asking, baby eyes got problem meh? Alright, the answer is yes. Up to 10% of babies around the world, regardless of your race, your religion, your nationality, have eye problem. 10%. So 1 in 10 babies have eye problem. But how do you know the baby can see or cannot see well? Okay. The baby is so young and he cannot even articulate to you, auntie, uncle, I'm hungry or I'm stomachache. All he will do is just cry. Okay. So if he can't articulate to you, he can't see well, he will not be able to communicate to you that he can't see well. Okay? And then you assume he can see well. So by the time he tells you he can't see well, it's already too late. Why? Because by the time he's about 5 years old, he go to school. Okay? So this one area, again, based on my research, the demand for eye care for baby is there, but the supply is not there. And that's how I do my business planning, okay, to develop a good branding known as Pedia Optics. Pedia means baby, optics for children, okay? Baby eye examination, okay? And we have a lot of doctors sending their babies to us after their first injection or after their first consultation with the baby doctors. Then the doctors send to us to ask us to assess the baby's eyes condition. Wow, that's a very good question. Yes, definitely impacted not only my business but any business in the world, right? We are a bit more fortunate. We are classified in Singapore as an essential service. We are still allowed to open. Unlike the tour industry, they don't have any tourists coming to Singapore. Unlike the hotel industry, there are no tourists staying in the hotel. So it has been quite bad for us. I think a lot of people are not coming up. A lot of people are staying at home. A lot of people are procrastinating, delaying their purchase. So it has definitely affected our business quite a fair bit, but the running cost is still there. We are still having to pay our rental, we are still having to pay our salary and all the utilities. But of course, the good thing is the government did help a little bit, right, by providing the JSS and even some of the rental rebates to some of the location. Yes, so the COVID has definitely have a negative effect for everybody, more so including my business, in optical business. Okay, I'm an old economy businessman, so I've always been having a physical shop, and do my business. But up to about 5-6 years ago, we felt the pressure coming from the online e-commerce business. A lot of my younger consumers are going online to buy their glasses. And then also at the same time, to run a physical retail store is not easy. You need to contend with manpower problem, you need to contend with rental problem. Okay? So I have been trying to see how can I move into the digital world. Okay? But because I'm an old economy gentleman, it's not easy for me until I met the owner of SME marketing, Mr. Simon Woon. He was a good friend of mine, and he said, Mike, you should look into this area. Okay, so he's guiding me along, right? And due to COVID, okay, it expedited my speed, okay, into looking at this online business. So we have created a simple branding known as Lobang King, okay, on top on the minishop.com. Alright, where we can sell a lot more things. Why? Because in the last 10 years, I made a lot of friends around, and they got a lot of businesses, okay, that I can help. Okay, so they are always asking me for different kind of lobang, right? So that's why we came out with this branding Lobang King. Okay, example, okay, if you other than glasses that we sell, okay, online we are also helping my friends to sell their bakwa. Okay, their Avalon, their Ferrari scooter for the children. So we are having a lot of very good products in our Lobang King online store. Okay, a lot of my friends okay, can buy that thing quite easily. Okay, to be honest, from a old economy businessman like me, and there are a lot of people in the same boat as me, it's going to be a superbly uphill task, to transform, right? Superbly uphill task. There are a lot of jargon that we don't understand. There are a lot of jargon we need to learn. Even digital payment gateway, is something that we have to embrace, but we got to learn. So it's going to be an uphill task, and we don't have enough staff that are well equipped in this area. And the staff that are very good in this area are the younger staff, and they may not want to join as a small business enterprise. They like to look for big organizations like Google, Yahoo, or even Facebook. Okay, so I think it's tough for SME owners. So what are my thoughts? I think all of us SME owners will have got to embrace the digitization. We have no choice, okay? And we got to start from somewhere. Okay? In fact, to be honest with you, I think SME marketing enterprise is a good start. Okay? They can guide a lot of SME owners like me, hold our hands, and then introduce us to the world of digital marketing, and that is a lot easier for us rather than trying to figure out in this big jargon like a big forest. We get lost inside. I think even before the COVID, the last 5-6 years, I remember the days of PIC. PIC means productivity, some grant they give to a lot of businessmen out there. The government has been trying to do a lot in at least in the last 5-6 years, maybe even more, to help SME or businesses to embrace technology. So they, in fact, the last 2 years more so, they are giving a lot more packages and help, right? To all of us in terms of funding, in terms of a lot of assistance out there. Okay, but the problem is a lot of these are too difficult for us to understand. Right, the jargon is too difficult to understand. Okay, so even the process to apply for certain things is not easy. The process is a lot of paperwork. A lot of steps that we need to take. Okay, and to be honest, we businessmen, we are already firefighting our current business. We are trying to firefight, and then on the same token, we need to also look at the different procedures to apply. Okay, most of us don't have the bandwidth to juggle simultaneously. So I think I hope is for the different agencies to simplify things for us, and then maybe even to make it so simple for us to be able to apply the necessary grant so that we can immediately go into the execution part, then to waste time applying for it and not knowing when it's going to come. First and foremost, I think my industry is a very sunset industry. The retail industry is not that everybody wants to come in because your big weekends are burned, your long hours, all right, where everybody else is enjoying your working. So it's not a glamorous industry to be in. Okay. But nonetheless, we still need good people to come in. So for anybody that want to venture into the retail industry, and you got a good product, you got a good idea, okay, my advice for them is just do it. Okay. The slogan I always use is by Nike, just do it. But the other thing that I must stress is that other than having this gung-ho-ness to do it, you must have the endurance power. Right? The endurance power is not just 1 month, 2 months. Okay, it can even last for as long as 1 year, 2 years before you can see real results. Right? And of course, it helps to have a couple of very good friends or even family members or your wife or your spouse to support you, okay, or your girlfriend to support you. It's very important. Okay, because the last thing you want is to have to juggle not only the business challenges but your family challenges. Okay? So in essence, I think first and foremost, you must have that the gung-ho-ness to take the first step. Okay? To travel that 10,000 miles, you need to have first step anyway. Thereafter, you need to have that endurance power, okay, to see it through. Okay? And it's not as simple as just 1-2 weeks project. Okay? It's going to be a 1-2 years duration. Okay? And then to have the support of your family and friends is very, very important. Okay? And good luck to all the aspiring